guys, welcome to Spartan Station. Today is Thursday, the 23rd, and do you remember what month it is? January, February, March, April, that's right. So it's April, Thursday, the 23rd, and I am excited to be here with you. Now, we've talked about a few insects this week. We've talked about butterflies, spiders, caterpillars, beetles, ladybugs, and ants. So what is our last one we're talking about? Do you see him over there? Green? There he is, the grasshopper. Guys, I love grasshoppers. Some bugs make me a little nervous, and I think they're creepy crawlers, but this one is awesome. I like him because if you look carefully at it, I'm sorry, I have a spider printed on the back, so you can kind of see that. I'm going to put another paper behind so you can get a better look. There we go. Do you guys see him? Look at those long legs. Those are for jumping. Look how long they are. I like grasshoppers. I don't mind holding grasshoppers. I don't mind seeing grasshoppers. Actually, when I go on my bug hunt tomorrow, I actually am going to be looking specifically for a grasshopper. So we're going to be learning about grasshoppers today. Now, Mr. Matt will have told you lots about grasshoppers in his video, and I hope you did his math activity, but I'm going to be doing our art activity right now. So in your packet, you should have a piece of paper that looks like this. So what you're going to need to do is we're going to cut it out. Now, if you look at it, you can make out, we're going to be cutting its body out first, and then its two legs. Now feel free to go nice and slow. If you need a little help going around, that's okay, and you can ask your mom and dad for help. But I would appreciate it if you at least try and cut it out in a circle, going all the way around it so that you practice cutting. Cutting is so important. You're going to have to cut your entire life. And it is called a fine motor skill, and it will help you be a better writer and help you in lots of different ways. So make sure that you are cutting. Now, if mom and dad are busy, because guess what? They're busy with lots of things. They have lots of work to do and whatnot. I bet an older brother or sister could help you. So it will be awesome. So right now I am cutting around, and I'm trying to decide what color do I want to make my grasshopper. What color are grasshoppers when you normally see them? Are they green? One in our picture is. I think I'm going to make mine green. But the greatest thing about doing art activities is that you can make your grasshopper any color you want. You could do a rainbow grasshopper. You could do a blue grasshopper. You could do an orange grasshopper. Anything you want. All right, guys. Here is my grasshopper. Now, we're going to take this grasshopper and we're going to fold it in half. Do you see that dotted line? Dot, 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 all the way down. That's what we're going to fold. We're going to take it. Oh, I have to see it. There we go. And we're going to fold it right in half. All right, guys. Does that look a little bit more like a grasshopper now? Yeah. All right, guys. Now, let's talk about our body parts. Remember, because we talked about those yesterday. What are the 3 body parts of an insect? One of them is what we have, head, and then thorax and abdomen. Good job, guys. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We're missing 2 legs. That's what this part is. So we'll go ahead and get our legs all cut out. Now remember, when we cut, we keep our thumbs up. We keep our thumbs up. When we cut, cut, cut. It helps you to be able to make sure that you're cutting the right way and using the right muscles in your hands if you always make sure that you have those thumbs up. Guys, how did you enjoy your Ants Go Marching yesterday? Did anybody go outside? Did you march around? Did you remember all the different ones? Remember, if it gets a little tricky, you can look at those pictures on them. I actually hadn't ever sang the Ants Go Marching with Addie and Bryn, but when they helped me yesterday and they looked at all those pictures, it made it really easy to be able to know what comes next. So that was awesome. And if you need a little help, like what was that last one? Oh, to say the end, right? For 10. I didn't know what that one was, but there are words on it. So remember, your mom and dad can always help you by looking at the words. Okay? And I hope you guys had fun doing your spider color by number. If yesterday you were kind of busy and didn't think, oh, that's not a lot of fun, the nice thing is if your mom and dad cut it out, then you can go ahead and do it anytime you want. So that's awesome. All right, guys, I'm almost done with my grasshopper legs. All right, you see this? Kind of crazy. All right, we're going to go right here and put it on this. And look how cute he's going to be. He's going to stand right there with his long legs. All right, let me grab my glue. I got better glue, so we won't hopefully have it having a hard time getting stuck again. All right, here we go. Helps if I push it up, huh? Ooh, there we go. All right, and put glue at the top of this. Ooh, dropping it. Now, I have not colored mine yet, but you guys can color them. All right, guys. There we go. I put his leg up like this so he's doing flat, but if you want to do it up more, he could be getting ready to jump. All right, let's put some on my other one. Now, I didn't take the time to color mine, but you for sure can. All right, and we'll put it in the back. Guys, what do you think? Is he pretty cool? He's my grasshopper. Head, thorax, abdomen, and let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 legs. So you guys can make this guy, you can name him, and he is super cool and lots of fun. All right, guys. Our next activity we're doing today is Mr. Matt's math activity. Have you already done it? If you did, that means you're very good at subtracting. Now remember, subtracting means that you take it away. Addition means you're adding to it and getting more. So Mr. Matt has the ones here, and he's done 6, and he did the minus sign. And remember that line, it means equal. So 6 minus 3 equals, and what you can do is you can put X's through them if you want to, or you can maybe just color the ones that are done, any one you want, and you can practice your subtraction. I bet you worked really hard on it and did a really good job. Subtraction is important to be able to know, and one day you'll be able to look at this and just know those answers and memorize them. So, good things, and Mr. Matt even made them all about grasshoppers. All right, so that is that one. Our activity for our literacy today is sequencing. We want to know that we can go ahead and figure out how to put things in order. Now, I want to see how well you remember metamorphosis. You guys remember that? We want to see what happened with the caterpillars. So I have all these cards here. You're going to use them for 2 activities today. You can print them out, you can color them, and we have to figure out what order they go in. So let's come up here and let's look at them. I'm going to not put them in the right order and go from there. All right, guys. So we have caterpillar, but this caterpillar is hanging from a branch. So what do you think came first in our sequence? Is it going to be eggs on a leaf or a caterpillar hanging? Which one's first? That's right. They start off as eggs first, so that is going to be our very first one. You know what I'm going to do? Oh, I'm going to put it on my wall. Hold on. Oh. Luckily, I had tape nearby. So we decided that the first thing is that there are eggs on the leaf. That was the first thing, right? So we're going to put it right here. All right, we need to find out what our second thing is. So we have this one and this one. What do you think happens first? Does he hang and looks like he's forming something, or does he need to eat first? Do you guys remember the hungry caterpillar? We love that story, and hopefully you listened to it during story time. So in the hungry caterpillar, what did he do? Did he form his chrysalis first, or did he eat and get full? That's right, he ate and got full. So I'm going to go ahead and put up the caterpillar eating. All right, that's our number 2. All right, what's going to come next? There are eggs on a leaf, and then the caterpillar grows and is eating. What comes next? Let's look at these 2. All right, this is the caterpillar, and he's on his stick hanging upside down. What do you think comes first? This one or this one? That's right, it's this one because he hasn't started forming his chrysalis yet. So this is our next one up. Guys, did you know that you can order caterpillars online and watch them turn into butterflies? Who thinks we should do it at Spartan Station next year? I do. So you remind me next year, guys, and I promise I will order everyone their very own caterpillar to watch turn into a butterfly. All right, so if that one comes first, we know that this one is next, where he's forming his chrysalis. Do you see how it's going up? Pretty cool. All right, so this is what is next. So this happens at the beginning and this is the middle. This is first, second, third, and fourth. Let's see if we can find out what comes next. What would that be? Fifth. All right, let's take a look. All right. Which one do you think comes next? So we have this one that's green, and then we have this one that's black and orange. Why do you think it's black and orange? What's your hypothesis or your guess? Well, if we look at the one that we're making here, what color is it? That's right, it's green. So it starts off green here like this. You guys are pretty smart. Do you think if you give this to your mom and dad or your brothers and sisters, they could put it in order? Who do you think could put it in order the fastest at your house? We'll have to see. That's fifth. All right, let's see our next one. Oh, I put the wrong one up. So first we have make it green. There we go. And then it looks like, if you look at this closely, guess why it's orange and black? Because that is the butterfly that comes out. So you can see as it starts to grow and form, it makes those colors, and then that's why this one comes next. All right, guys. This one's pretty easy. Which one? Oh, upside down. Which one comes next? That's right. He gets all the way out of chrysalis, and then it is a full butterfly, and it flies away. All right, guys, we're going to be using these for other things, so make sure that you are paying attention because we'll be pulling them down later for our last activity of the day. All right, so there's this one. Oh, it's barely going to fit. And this one. This is what happens at the beginning. This is what happens at the middle. And this is what happens at the end. This is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Awesome. All right, guys. So that is sequencing. Sequencing is when you put things in the right order. So maybe you say, if I'm sequencing my day, what comes first? Breakfast, lunch, or dinner? Breakfast. So breakfast is the beginning of the day. What comes at the end of the day? Dinner and bedtime, that's the end of the day. And what's in the middle? Lunchtime. So you guys can see that there's lots of different sequencing of events all over the place. All right, so our next part is our hypothesis. So that means here's our science question of the day. I want to find insects. So I'm going to have a hypothesis, or a question. What could I do to lure the insects out? I'm going to get a piece of paper, and I'm going to make the letter I for insects. What could I make the I out of that would make insects come? Do you think they like pizza? Do you think they want chips? Do you think water? Do insects like water and they're attracted to water? What about honey? Could we put honey out and see? Or maybe syrup, strawberry jam, ketchup, pickles? I don't know. What's your hypothesis? If we wanted to put something out and see what insects we could get to come, what could we use to lure them out? I want you to think about it. I want you to go look in your fridge at your house. I want you to open up your cupboards and think, if I was an insect or a bug, what would I like? Guys, if we do this, what insect do you think we'll get to come first? Do you think butterflies will fly over to see it? Do you think spiders might like what you have? Do you know what I think? What do we see at Spartan Station all the time? Two things. One, hornets. They just love Spartan Station because our playground is so nice and bright. Is that what we'll see first? I think we're going to see this guy. Ants. Anytime I leave out any food at all, I see ants everywhere. My hypothesis is that I'm going to use syrup. And my hypothesis is that ants are the ones I'm going to see when I come check on it the next day. Now, I have to be a little careful because how many of you guys have a dog? I do. And Chase would love to lick up some syrup off of my letter I. I don't want him to do that. So I'm going to put it in the front yard and make sure that I put something down on it so it doesn't get blown away, right? And we'll see. You know what I actually think I'm going to do? I'm going to make 2 letter I's. Now remember, if we're doing a science experiment, if you've listened to my Zoe and Sassafras books, we have to keep it the same. So I will go ahead and get the same size pieces of paper. I will make the same size eyes, and one of them I will use syrup, and the other one I will use honey. And I'll put them relatively to the same type of space, and we will see which one attracts insects. And what type of insects? I'm pretty sure they're going to be the ants over there. But maybe yours will be ladybugs. Maybe you'll go ahead and do it with oranges. And when we had our ladybugs, they like to have the juice from the oranges. Maybe that's what you'll do. So I want you to think about it. I want you to come up with a hypothesis, and I want you to do the science experiment. And then when you figure it out, guess what we're going to do? I want you to have your mommies and daddies send me a picture. Would that be awesome? You could send me pictures, and then they could show them to all your friends, and everybody could see what you chose to do it and what type of insects came out. All right, so that is our hypothesis. Now, who's ready for a fun activity for outside time? I am. All right, guys, we have a bug scavenger hunt. Now, this one is a little tricky because this isn't about walking around and seeing, see, this is going until you can find them. So if you want to make a few copies of these, maybe you have your brothers and sisters do this with you, or your mom and dad, and you have to go and see how fast as you can, or maybe you could set a timer to see what insects you could find. So let's see what's on our list, okay? So our first one is a bee or a wasp. Guys, I've already seen them this year at my house, so I think I'll probably be able to see those ones. I even know where they like to play at the front of my house, so I'll have to check that out. All right, our next one is ants. And if you do your science experiment, that one's going to be super easy. A grasshopper or a cricket. I really hope. I have some plants at my house that grasshoppers love, but I don't know if it's the season yet. A fly, a butterfly, a ladybug, a spider. I actually really hope I don't find that one. A worm, a mosquito. I actually like that less than I like spiders. And a snail or a slug. So I want you to go. Set a timer, have lots of different ones of these, and see as fast as you can. Hopefully when you went on your nature walk, you saw lots of different insects and you think, I know exactly where I can go to find some of these. I know the ants, for some reason, they live on the side of my house by our trailer. Every time I walk by, guess what's there? Ants. So that's one place I can know. And I also know that I've seen wasps recently, so I know where to find those. And I know that grasshoppers really like my plants out front, so I'll look there. But as for like a worm and a spider and a snail, I don't know. We'll have to go take a look. But hopefully you can have lots of fun and spend lots of time outside doing your bug scavenger hunt. All right, guys. Our last thing we have is a game. You're going to go ahead and you can use these ones. And it's called a 3-part card game. So with those pictures, you also had words. All right, guys, let's see if we can figure out what this word is. Are you ready? Sometimes, even though we can't read and we're little, if you look at the beginning letter, you can have a good guess on what this is. What's that beginning letter? E. What sound does E make? Eh, eh, eh. What's the next letter? G. That's right. G for gallop. G, g, g. And what's the ending letter or the ending sound? S. E, g. Eggs. We know that one. So which one of these is eggs? And I want you to go ahead and see if you can match up the words to the pictures. Let's do another one. All right. What is that first letter? It's a C. What sound does C make? C for cut. K, k, k. We know that sound. A. A for apple. Ah, ah, ah. What letter's that? T, 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 T. All right, let's see if it's a really long word, so that might be hard to stand out, but let's see if we can do the first part. K, at, k, at. Which one of our pictures starts with the cat sound? Leaves? No. Caterpillar? Cat, caterpillar. Yeah, that matches. This word is caterpillar. Good job. All right, guys. Now there's other ones that are longer. So we have this one that is building a chrysalis. We have this one that says ready to emerge. We have this one that says preparing to build a chrysalis. And we have these ones that are big words so you can see them. All right, let's see if we can figure out what this is. What's that first letter? B, B, B. That's right. What's that next sound? B, B. What's something up here that starts with the B sound? Eggs? No. Caterpillar? B, B. No. Chrysalis? B, B. No. Butterfly? B, B. Butterfly. That's right. We can match it up. All right, guys. So you can go ahead and look at all the other ones. Other words are chrysalis and emerged. What does emerged mean? Emerged means you break out of something and you come out. So I bet emerged is when they emerged from the chrysalis. So these are all of our different words. So I want you to go over your words and then see if you can match them up by looking at the beginning letters and remembering what they mean, and also see if maybe moms and dads want to help you. And then if you're really smart and super tricky, I have these fact cards. And you can go ahead and have your mom or dad or brother and sister read them to you, and then you can go ahead and match them up. The female butterfly lays her eggs on the leaves or stems of plants. The caterpillar grows inside these eggs. Some eggs will hatch within a few weeks. Others will wait till the weather is warm. It all depends on the species of butterfly. What did that tell us? What did we learn? And if there was a picture to go with that, what would it be? Do you remember some words from there? I remember eggs, I remember hatch, and I remember butterflies. Which one of these matches that? That's right here with the eggs on the leaves. All right, let's look at another one. All right. The caterpillar leaves its egg and eats. They eat their way out of their egg and a chomp on the leaves that they are on. They shed their skin 4 or 5 times as they grow. Fully grown caterpillars can be over 100 times larger than when they first emerged from the eggs. That's huge! Guys, that was a lot of good information. But if you were to take all that information and match it up to a picture, what one would it be? What are some words you remember? I remember leaves, I remember egg, and I remember skin. So what do you think? Do we have something over there that maybe shows something bigger or that had skin? Let's take a look. Do eggs have skin? No, that's not shedding skins 4 or 5 times. What about this leaf and a caterpillar, and they have skin? I bet that's a match. All right, let's do 2 more, and then you guys can do the rest as your family. Okay, are you ready? Once fully grown, the caterpillar gets ready to form itself into a pupa or chrysalis. A chrysalis is a hard case in which the caterpillar changes into a butterfly. What do you think? Where shows a caterpillar getting ready? Well, let's see. He gets ready by eating, but it doesn't talk about what he eats in the leaves. Look at this one. There's our stick. Is he hanging upside down and getting ready? I bet that's our next one. All right, let me read another one. Let's see. This hard case is used to protect the pupa from predators and extreme weather conditions. Inside, the tissue, limbs, and organs of the caterpillar transform. Which one do you think that is? Which words do you remember? Guys, this is good and tricky. This is good for you to be able to listen to something and retain the information and remember it and then match it up to a picture. Maybe while your mom and dad are reading them, you can go ahead and point to which one it is and you can see if you're right. Guys, I know that as you work hard, you'll be able to match up all the words and all the different paragraphs talking about all the different things we could learn about caterpillars. Guys, I have loved doing circle time with you today. Now, I said we're done with all the bugs, but you're thinking, wait a minute, today's Thursday. Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there. What about Friday? Well, Friday is about all the bugs we've learned about. We're going to go on a bug hunt. We're going to do our experiment and see what happens. We're going to learn about vowel sounds. We're going to count different animals. We're going to go on an insect hunt. It is going to be amazing. So I hope that you come in tomorrow and you're all ready to learn about insects. And I hope you have lots of fun doing this with your mom and dad and brothers and sisters, and that you are staying safe and happy. Miss you guys, and we'll talk to you soon.